Can you hear me? Hello. It's kind of late, and I know I've said this many times before, but I'm really tired. This could be another 40-minute rant, so let's get down to it. What's this about? I've never liked the Bridge series. Never have. Like, as far back as I can remember, back in middle school when all my friends were watching Team 4 Star or Dragon Ball Z Abridged, I didn't like it. And I wanted to like it. It's just I couldn't. I didn't find it funny. And it's not even ghost stories. Because I can understand why people find ghost stories funny. Because it's just so out of pocket, you know. But like every single Bridge series I've watched, I'm like it is one of the few like a Bridge series in general, some of the few pieces of media where I watch one and I never laugh. Like, never. And I don't understand why. It's just, I don't like, I understand why, actually. Let me explain it. I'm rambling again. Abridged series just aren't. I don't get the appeal. It's just comedically dubbing an anime, and then you quit. Like, there's full-on people, and forgive me because I was in 6th grade when I watched it, but I see people say that, like, SAO Abridged is genius deconstruction of the original show, and I'm like, this shit isn't funny. I'll play some of it in a bit, and I just, it wasn't funny. Nothing about it was funny. Maybe it was because I haven't watched Sword Art Online in years. Like, it was 2015, so God, 10 years ago. It was 2015 or 2016 where I watched Sword Art Online. I watched the entire first season. It's on my anime list. I kept it. I watched Erased around that time as well. I really liked Erased. So I watched Sword Art Online with my dad, actually, because I watched it with my dad, and the moment he saw the concept, he was invested, and we watched it all together. And then we tried watching the second season. I got to Asuna and the Tentacles, and I just never got back around to watching it because I don't know if that subconsciously I didn't like that, and I'm like, I can't watch this. This is too weird. But like, yeah, no, I couldn't get through it, and I don't know if I mean, there's some Gun Gale Online, is that's what it's called? I mean, that looks pretty cool, but that's because my tastes have changed so much. I'd much rather watch something with Sword Art Online, similar concept. What's the Batum? I'd much rather read or watch Batum nowadays because I've read a lot of kaiji, and that's another thing too. Is maybe if I don't know if I had never watched SAO, would I have gone into kaiji? I don't know. SAO kind of warmed me up for that, trapping everyone together and putting a death game on. But yeah, I think the Sword Art Online hate is crazy. Like, there's some YouTube channel where, like, they opened up their Sword Art Online review like a eulogy. Like, it was it was crazy. And I'm like, it's not the best show in the world, but it can't be like the worst anime ever made. It is not that bad. Like, it doesn't make any sense that like people would say that Sword Art Online is
Sword Art Online is nothing more than a pretty wrapped generic fantasy show. It is not well written. It is not well paced. It has a terrible problem that even its own author admitted to.
Where Dot Hack is slow and paced out, Sword Art's like, oh, we're OP as shit, Omega plot armor activate.
Watching it further, I'm just like, this is stupid, this is stupid, this is stupid, stupid. As it kept continuing, I'm just like, oh my god, we're going in this direction now. It started with a good idea, it could have been good, but it died.
I mean, they freaking, like, that's crazy to open up your video. Like, I like this YouTube channel. I like it now, especially.
Should. You know, instead of downright insulting people like us and saying we're better off dead, since we disrespect your favorite anime of all time. Seriously, some of you out there need some serious anime and chill time.
In the end, would we recommend Sword Art Online?
I don't really think that's for us to decide. I'd say see it for yourself and make your own choice.
I mean, none of the comments they said said that he'd be better off dead. It's a bit extreme. Anyways, that's not what this is about. Let's look at the abridged series. I played this, like just this part of SAO abridged. Like I just played, like it's one of the most recent episodes, and like I can't get through it all. I literally can't. I don't know if it's the voice acting or if it's not funny or if it's just I don't understand what it is. I cannot get through this entire video. So I'm gonna just play the first part of it, and you guys can hear me suffer through it.
Hello. See? Didn't I tell you I'd get you here? Welcome to Arun, home of the World Tree, and Alfine's largest freestanding pinwheel.
Wow, it's beautiful. Really makes you appreciate the scale of just how incredibly boned I am.
Aw, buck up there, champ. We've had a long day of diplomacy and light treason. Why don't you just take a step back and enjoy the moment?
Why
for a
does
second?
Kirito sound like that?
I guess it is pretty spectacular.
No offense to the voice actor, but why does he sound like that?
Hey.
Like all the other two voices are anime dubbed voices, which I don't like. And no offense to abridged actors who go on into the anime industry to become actual voice actors, because that's their dream. More power to them, but it's just like you have all these voices, and I get it's an abridged series, and then the main character's voice is so out of place. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I have no clue if Something Witty Entertainment is going to click on this like video, because I mentioned them. They have like 1 million subscribers anyway, and they're already way more successful than me. So
Really enjoy this view?
Yui, please. We're trying. We're just resting our feet for a...
That is correct! Mommy! I find your lackadaisical attitudes most distressing, considering the wedding is in 2 days, and we are, shockingly, still without the manpower to stop it! Cool your jets, short stack. We may not have an army, but Arun's the biggest city in the world!
Is it really?
It's got a pretty kickin' nightlife.
I don't believe it.
We split up and gather ourselves a posse of the strongest, most bribable guys we can find. We can still get a raid going.
Attention, you little rascals. The game will be shutting down.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's play. What's the episode? Okay, no, we're not doing that. It's the episode where they kiss. Which I remember was a pretty big deal.
Oh, I like this.
It's like ash in my mouth, but oh, sweet, naive, stupid Asuna. You may not be able to see the dubious implications, but to a man as worldly as I, Asuna?
Why are your pants still on? You doing this or what?
Okay, no, we are definitely, we are not continuing with that one. Nope. They had to voice act that, by the way. That's not in the original. That's just for the sake of the joke. More power to them, I guess. But yeah, as I said, like it's that type of shit. It's like no, I don't like that. That's not. It's cringe. It's icky. I do not enjoy that. I think it's more of a personal reason now too, because I've watched so many anime that don't have any dubs, and I'm like, why even bother like taking the piss out of a show anymore? You know, there's so many great anime. I understand that these people who run this channel probably never watch any of the anime I've watched, but there's so many great anime that are not dubbed. I'm talking 70s and 80s and 90s shows that just never got a dub. OVAs especially, since there's a lot of like 3-episode, 4-episode OVAs that never got dubbed. Why not use all the resources we have for a bridge series to start doing like high quality fan dubs of shows that never got anything? I mean, or never got dubbed. I mean, like, we have, for all these abridged series, they have to pay all these people to voice act, you know? It's like you could do all that to put it into, like, a project that I think, not saying that these aren't artistic or transformative in any way, but a project that's more heartfelt and less cynical. I think most abridged, besides maybe Team Four Star, as much as I don't find them, I don't dislike Team Four Star. I just don't find them funny. I just don't like Team Four Star is probably passionate. That's why they got to dub what's that movie Hells, which was all things considered a great dub. Like if Team Four Star started a dubbing studio and did more stuff like Hells, which has most of their voice cast, I think that's what the movie is called, Hells. It's a film that they dubbed. I think it was with Discotheque or something. They reached out to them and they got to dub their own anime. Like if Team Four Star, like just in general, formed their own dub studio, I would support that 100%. Because I'm tired of hearing the same voice actors everywhere. And the guys who voiced in Team Four Star, they got range. Like as much as like just the voice acting in the SAO thing, and to an extent, I don't think some of the voices in Team Four Star's version are great either. But like stuff like the abridged Frieza voice might be my favorite voice for Frieza. And I don't know if Kai came out and Chris Ayers, God rest his soul, got to voice Frieza yet, but like that was the most accurate to Japanese Frieza. I actually really prefer Japanese Frieza now. Not because I'm an elitist, but just because I really like Frieza's Japanese voice. But it's like, yeah, you could use all these resources to start dubbing, like actually dub shows, and people just don't do that. And I remember before the Kaiji dub came out, there was a fan dub that people were doing. And I vastly prefer that than whatever the fuck Sentai was doing with the Kaiji dub. Which, no offense to any of the actors in the Kaiji dub, it is one of the most atrocious sounding dubs ever. Like none of the voices fit. It doesn't, and maybe it's because the Japanese voice cast is just so freaking talented. Like Kaiji's Japanese voice actor is an actual actor too, so that probably helps. And he's an amateur mahjong player. He's been in a couple tournaments, but like, yeah, like I listen to that and I know I've said it before, but you listen to the Kaiji dub and the sub, it's night and day, and I think it's the same for a bridge series. And I watched Sword Art Online dubbed, like, when I was, like, I don't know, 11. And I still remember, like, I enjoyed the Sword Art Online dub. There's some, like, I'm looking all this up right now. I'm watching Space Warrior Baldios, which is fantastic mecha anime so far. It's one of my favorite animes besides Eureka 7 and Blue Submarine number 6 that I've watched this year. Yeah. There's no fan dub for Space Warrior Baldios or any of the... There's so much stuff you could sink your time into and just enjoy, you know? Like, High School of the Dead abridged doesn't... There's this one YouTube channel for High School of the Dead being abridged. And the quality was super low. I have no clue why the quality for each of the freaking... I have no clue why the quality for like all of the abridged series was like so low, but like these people are talking on like at least one of them, no, it's all of them, are talking into these really shitty mics, and it really takes me out of the thing. Let's see what... I haven't seen this in a minute. Let's see.
Humiliation, bitch! Oh my god! Would you shut up? Gosh, you're such a fat ass! I wish you would just go dine. Hey, a plane!
What is going on? Like, why are all the mics
Flesh-eating zombies.
so different? Like, all the mics sound horrible. And granted, this is probably just some kids who like the show and had fun just doing this to bond with friends, which I appreciate. It's just I cannot find it funny when it's like such low quality.
Screw up you.
They're mine, bitch.
You just fucking shot me. What the hell?
They were popular. 100,000 views for each. Jeez, Louise.
Stop it.
There we go.
Granted, Stephen Foster did the dub for High School of the Dead, so there's probably a lot of they're still active.
Watermelon. Get fucked.
And like, if they come back, which that video I just played was from 2 years ago. Good for them. Why is it called Abridged anyway? Who started that freaking what was I saying? Yeah, what does abridged even mean? Abridged series even mean? I'm gonna type even. A series has been shortened or condensed, usually by removing some content like dialogue or scenes while still retaining the core story. That's freaking... yeah, that doesn't even work. Cartoon Cypher, who is a YouTuber I kinda like, but they're part of the Anime News Network crowd, so I kinda don't like them. What does a bridge series even mean? Some guy said this. It means ghost stories without official backing. What the frick is this? Yeah, sorry Kaiser Neko, but I say it because I believe it. Like, you watched a few episodes of a show, didn't like it, then found the bridge series and loved it. For you, that was SAO Abridged. For me, it is DBZ Abridged. I read a few chapters of the manga. It was decent, but the anime, never again. I had no interest in DBZ as an anime before you. I found things in the original that I can appreciate because of you. I mean, they are in game form, but still, I bought Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 because of your playthrough. If I were to rate them, DBZ would get a 5 from me and I would drop it. DBZ A, a 9. What the fuck are you even saying? That's the other thing I think many people, and especially Team 4-Star, get shit for, is there a majority of fans of DBZ Abridged aren't fans of the original Dragon Ball. None of my friends were fans of just Dragon Ball Z Abridged. They were people who grew up watching Dragon Ball, still keep up with Dragon Ball. They love Dragon Ball more than me. I'm more of into the non-canon stuff, like the movies or GT. Like, I unironically really like GT, and that's maybe just because I've watched so much mecha or sci-fi anime. Goku and Trunks and Pan going across the planets looking for the Dragon Balls. I enjoyed that, but yeah, like, that's lunacy in my opinion. Like, saying SAO Abridged is genius and somehow fixed Kirito and Asuna's relationship doesn't make any sense to me, because I can't sit through all that. And granted, yeah, I haven't watched it all, but I'm like, really? Are you really saying that the Abridged series is better than the original show? Even if the original show isn't that great? Like, no. I liked SAO. It's not the greatest anime ever, but saying the Abridged series is better than the original Sword Art Online, in my opinion, even if I don't like Sword Art Online anymore, at the very least I'm not interested in it anymore, it's absolutely ludicrous. It's the same thing with the Ghost Stories critique, but even then, that's a whole other complicated situation. freaking went over several times, so I'm not going to repeat myself. It's I don't know if I have anything else to say. Like, I probably rambled a lot for this, but like, yeah, I've never found a bridge series funny, ever. I've never laughed in a bridge series. I don't think any of them are really that clever. They're all surface level jokes. They don't like that. There's no huge critique of any of this. Like, there's no huge critique in the abridged series. I know people want to make it seem like abridged series critique problems with the original shows, but even then, no, it's not. It's just people fucking around, having fun, with some pretty bad voice acting most of the time, who like the original source material, doing something fun. And you know, good for them. It's not my thing. But I don't like abridged series. I don't find them funny. But I appreciate, as much as I wish they would do fan dubs, because I think that would be a much better use of their time. In all honesty, I can appreciate the fact, because I have friends who I say lots of offensive stuff with and just do all this stuff with, that people can get together and share their love for a show and do it in a way where they can laugh with each other, and that in some ways that's just a very beautiful thing, as much as I don't get it. Alright, that's it this time. It's late, I'm going to bed.